Questioner. Then you are saying that cancer is quite easily healed mentally and is a good teaching tool, because it is quite easily healed mentally, and once the entity forgives the other self at whom he is angry, cancer will disappear? Is this correct? Ra. I am Ra. This is partially correct. The other portion of healing has to do with forgiveness of self and a greatly heightened respect for the self. This may conveniently be expressed by taking care in dietary matters. This is quite frequently a part of the healing and forgiving process. Your basic premise is correct. Questioner. In dietary matters, what would be the foods that one would include, and what would be the foods that one would exclude in a general way for the most or the greatest care of one's bodily complex? Ra. I am Ra. Firstly, we underline and emphasize that this information is not to be understood literally, but as a link or psychological nudge for the body and the mind and spirit. Thus it is the care and respect for the self that is the true thing of importance. In this light we may iterate the basic information given for this instrument's diet. The vegetables, the fruits, the grains, and to the extent necessary for the individual metabolism, the animal products. These are those substances showing respect for the self. In addition, though this has not been mentioned, for this instrument is not in need of purification, those entities in need of purging the self of a poisoned thought for more emotion complex to take care in following a program of careful fasting, until the destructive thought form has been purged analogously with the byproducts of ridding the physical vehicle of excess material. Again you see the value not to the body complex, but used as a link for the mind and spirit. Thus self reveals self to self. Questioner. Thank you. A very important concept. Does the fact that the basic vibration that we experience now is green true color, or fourth density account for the fact that there are many mental effects upon material objects that are now observable for the first time in a mass way, like the bending of metal by mind? Ra. I am Ra. This shall be the final query in total of this working. This is not only correct, but we suggest you take this concept further and understand the great number of entities with the so-called mental diseases being due to the effect of this green ray true color upon the mental configurations of those unready mentally to face the self for the first time. Are there any brief queries before we close? Questioner. Just two. With respect to what you just said, would then people incarnating here by seniority of vibration, who incarnate for the service to self-path, be ones who would have extreme difficulty mentally with this green ray vibration? Ra. I am Ra. This is incorrect. It is rather the numbers who have distracted themselves and failed to prepare for this transition yet who are somewhat susceptible to its influence who may be affected. Questioner. Thank you. I'll just ask if there is anything that we can do to make the instrument more comfortable or improve the contact. Ra. This instrument is well. You are conscientious. The appurtenances cause this instrument greater comfort in the distortion of the warmth of the body complex. I am Ra. I leave you, my friends, in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. Go forth and rejoicing in the power and in the peace of the one infinite Creator. Adonai.